I'm hearing your justice is you being able to work on yourself. For a long time, you couldn't work on yourself and do things that you wanted to do just because of the circumstances. But it's like you have been granted access to working on yourself because you've been released from some type of imprisonment. I mean, it could have been physical. Maybe some of you have gone to jail before and you're finally able to change your life for the better because you're free to do so. And it could also be like a mental imprisonment that you just recently were released from. Okay. And I heard it's a little challenging for you to be alone right now. Maybe you're used to being around a lot of people, or you're used to being in a relationship of some sort. I'm Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. I'm hearing now is a pivotal time for you to make sure that you stay positive, because the moment you start to think negative, you'll go backwards. And it'll be difficult for you to get out of the rut that you were stuck in. It's like you're right at this, like you're toggling a certain gray area right now, where if you kind of choose the negative aspect of your thoughts, it can really affect you. So Spirit doesn't want you to do that. Spirit wants you to stay positive. It is time for you to like transform, okay? This is transformation time. And I know it could be scary, challenging, because it's so different for you. However, it's possible, and Spirit believes in you. And I feel like this is a message of encouragement for you, because things are going to turn out for the better. And you're actually going to have a great support system, believe it or not. Because some of you are probably going to be like, no, I don't have anybody. But when you express your need or your desire, that's when a certain group of people will hear you, and they will see how they can be of assistance to you and what type of resources they could either give you or direct you to, so that you can get to where you want to be. Don't fault yourself for things that happen. You know, don't second guess yourself. Spirit doesn't want you to do that, because they want you to feel a sense of comfort in this new place, even though it's uncomfortable. Think about it in a way like, I'm actually going to be able to do what I've wanted to do. But the only thing is that before I couldn't do it because I had an obstacle in front of me that was preventing me from doing it. But now I can, because there's no more obstacles. So the obstacle that was once there, it's no longer. So that alone, Spirit wants you to focus on that instead of focusing on the fact that you have to still put in some effort to make what you want to happen actually manifest. Even though you're a little nervous, you are looking forward to this new beginning in your life. You're really looking forward to it because you know that it's healthy for you. And you know that it gives you the opportunity to be independent as you have wanted to. You've desired to actually work hard to say that you actually did it for you. Like you did it for yourself. Like I'm hearing, I didn't have to ask anybody for help in this place. Like I didn't have to take any handouts or something like that. It's giving, like I put that work in because this is what I wanted and I got it. And I feel, it's like a feeling of being proud of yourself. That's what I'm getting, like, and I feel like you're already proud of yourself, because I think from what I'm seeing, I'm feeling that you came a long way already, because you were stuck in this 8 of Swords energy. For only the Most High knows how long, but you were stuck and you were going through a lot. You often felt alone, like nobody cared about you. So it was very challenging for you to actually get through that, but you did get through it. And you did a damn good job. So I'm seeing the 3 of Cups clarify the 9 of Cups. So that's either telling me that there were people supporting you, or that the people that you thought were going to support you didn't. It's either one or the other. Thinking about people that could have helped you, but they didn't, or is they did. So take that how it resonates. I'm actually gonna get another one with that to see if these are people that supported you or didn't support you. Let me see. What's this 3 of Cups? That's clarifying the 9 of Cups. It is an increase, so it could have been there's a couple of people that actually did support you and showed you that they were there for you. But let me just see. Was it support or lack of support? Support or lack of support? Support. Even if they couldn't do much, they did do what they could have done. They did what they could, I should say. Okay. Let's see what else. I have the Knight of Pentacles, clarifying the Knight of Pentacles. It's like you had this burst of energy at a certain point where you wanted to give up and you didn't allow yourself to give up. And I feel like you're being rewarded for that. I have the Fool card out here again. Back to back. Yeah, it's like you snapped out of this rut that you were in very quickly because you knew you had to activate yourself in order to push yourself towards like a better circumstances. The way that just came out of my hand, I'm going to keep it. The Nine of Cups. The Four of Cups. It's like, you know, you still have a lot more work to do. And you really, that's like daunting. That's like a daunting thought to you. Like, oh my goodness, I still have so much to do. But don't think about it like that. Just think about the fact that you're doing it. And you're going to be happy that you did. Like, if you look at it that way, then you won't like stress about it. Because I'll tell you this right now, okay? I just graduated, right? And there was a point where I was like, oh my goodness. Whew. I was like, oh gosh. I knew I wasn't done. And I was like, I can't wait till this is over. I was a year in and it was like, oh gosh. I was like, I don't know. It was just a moment. Even though I enjoyed it, but there was some certain things that it got difficult. It got challenging. And I just wanted a mental break, which I did. I always find time to give myself a mental break. However, it was hard. It was like, come on. You just get those moments. We're human. We get those moments where we're just like, you just feel like that. So don't let that stop you, because you know, think about all of those individuals who choose not to do anything when it comes to bettering themselves, and how hard it gets for them as they get older. Like, not to compare yourself to act as though you're better than them. That's not the case. It's more so of, do you want to go through that? Use that person as an example of what you don't want. Do you want to be like really old, having to go to work and being tired? Like, we be thinking that we tired now. When your body is old and you really start to get old and like wrinkled up and stuff, you shouldn't be having to go to work. And when I see people that, I mean, not unless you just want to and you want to be active, but if you're falling asleep at work, man, and you're old, that's messed up. That's messed up, because you should be relaxing, like on a beach somewhere. It's just put as much work in as you can now in whatever it is that you want to do. If you don't want to go to school, you don't have to go to school. You don't have to go to school nowadays. There's a lot of ways to make money. So you don't have to do that. But, you know, whatever it is that you choose to do, put that work in now is the point. Because when you put that work in now, you could chill and relax later when you really need it. Because sometimes we're young now. We're like, oh, I want a vacation. I need to relax and blah, blah, blah. But when you're old, you really need that vacation, because it's like every day should be a vacation for you. At that age, after all that hard work you put in all those years, you know. But because of the cost of living, a lot of times people still have to work. But sometimes people choose to work because they just don't want to sit down doing nothing. You know, they don't want to be idle. So they'll work. But I'm just saying, like, I'm seeing you feeling a little weary about the work and the effort that you have to put in. But if you don't look at it like that and you find a way to just like go with it because you know that it's like, it's your life and it's worth it, you won't feel so bad anymore. So when I started shifting my thinking and forcing myself to be like, look, you know why you're doing this. I had to like pep talk myself. And I feel like we have to start learning how to do that. Like pep talk yourself. Like, I got this, let's go. Like a coach, you know, like when you're in a gym and like, well, yeah, there's like physical trainers and stuff. Because at first I was thinking about like high school gym, but either way, when you have somebody motivating you and pushing you and saying, let's go, like motivation, you could do that for you. You could do that for yourself, okay? So start doing that for yourself. It works. It worked for me. It works if you allow it to work, okay? Because it get rough. It gets rocky. I heard, but see me, I don't stop it. It's just because it rhymed, but it don't make no sense that much. It kind of does, but then it don't. Okay, so allow yourself to be comfortable in the transformation, because in this transformation, you're actually healing. So even though it's rough right now, once you get to that stage where you're actually seeing your healing, you're feeling it, you're accepting the circumstances, you're going to be like, this is why I did this. This is why I put on all of this work in, because I knew that I was going to end up in this place, you know, and it's going to give you more reason to be excited and encouraged and feeling courageous and feeling like you can do more because you actually see the result of the work that you put in, okay? Two of Cups, Ten of Swords, and Two of Swords. Okay, so a part of you is thinking about bad endings and you're a little weary of dealing with people. It's important that you practice using your intuition at this time, because when you practice using your intuition and you start to allow yourself to trust your feelings, your intuition will not steer you the wrong way and will always tell you when you need to pay attention to something or someone. So if you are just being a genuine person in everything you do and with everyone you meet, you know that you're not doing wrong in the eyes of the divine or your spirits, your higher self, okay? You know you're not doing wrong. So be your best self. Now, if somebody crosses you or you feel the cross coming, then just, you know what you have to do. Chop, chop, okay? Chop, chop. But still take action. Don't allow potential communication of decrease from projections affect you. Like, it's like almost like a negativity scare is the first thing that came to my mind. Like somebody just being completely ridiculous towards you and there's no real reason. It's just probably they have something against you and you don't even know why really. It could just be as simple as jealousy and like, you know, stuff like that. But you could feel that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could feel that. So when you start feeling anything like that, start to readjust the situation so that you can make it work for you. Sometimes you just have to rearrange a few things to make it work, because that's just life. You kind of have to roll with it. You know, there's going to be people that love you, but then there's going to be people that don't. And that's just life. So you have to learn how to just like flow with it and just be okay with whatever. You know, it's whatever type energy, okay? So don't allow the idea that some people might go up against you in a negative way. You know, don't allow that to stop you. Because in all honesty, there's a high probability that you'll have more people that love you than hate you. And even if it's the other way around, as long as you are being true to yourself, it doesn't even matter. Anyway, okay? Let me see what else we got going on here. Pick up all these cards. Yeah, Spirit wants to encourage you and tell you that you like going in the right direction and keep going, and like to remind you that how hard you've worked and how much work you put in and how your hard work will pay off. Regardless of if you see it or not right now, you will see it. And once you see it, you'll be very grateful. Okay? Much gratitude. I feel like you have gratitude now because what you were going through before is so much worse than where you are now. Like, I feel like before it was much more difficult for you. You're no longer confused about like what you believe and what you have to give. Like, you know what you have to give, and you are sure about that. That's not something that you question. When it comes to yourself and who you are, you don't question yourself. I heard you question people when people want to give you something, you question it. You're cautious. Like, okay, what you want to give me that for? What, like, you want something from me? Like, what do you want? Like, nothing's for free, I just heard. But, I mean, that's not always true. Because sometimes there are people that actually are so kind-hearted and such good people that they are willing to give, donate, support, and they're not looking for anything back from you. They just want to help you from the kindness of their heart. And I feel like people like that are so beautiful because they're so genuine and authentic within themselves. And they're so comfortable within themselves that they can, like, give without looking for anything in return. But see, even if they don't get anything in return from the person that they gave to, the Most High will make sure that they receive, like, a reward for their heart's frequency. Because it's like when you are able to walk in love genuinely, that is contagious in the best way. Okay? Like, that spread of love, like that spread, like spreading love, like that's beautiful when you're able to do that. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, let me see. You're very weary about certain people. You're just not too sure about people. Like, people, you look at people sideways sometimes. Like, what's your motive? Why you want to be next to me? I feel that energy from you. But it's just, it feels like just a caution. You're being cautious. Which is not a bad thing. But just try not to be overly cautious to the point where you don't want to talk to anybody, or you get all hermited up. You have a lot of anger inside of you from people wronging you, which, I mean, that happens. That's normal. So it's not to say like there's something wrong with you or that you're a bad person. That's a normal emotion. Because people have used you in the past. And then when you needed them, they weren't there. You had to heal from that. And, like, allow yourself to let it go. You letting it go is your justice, because now you could be free. Like, you had to allow yourself to let that go. Now you feel more confident because you let that whole situation go. Yeah, you walked away from it and took action on yourself. Regardless of how hard it is and how much it hurts you, like, you're full of life with the sun coming out. And you know which direction you're going in. And it's definitely not in the direction of the past. You don't want to deal with all that craziness from before that you dealt with in the past. You just want to replace the chaos with love, okay? That's what I'm seeing here for this right here. Let me get an angel message. Let me see. I just saw the timing card come out. It said passing time. in that time's passing, I'm hearing that you were able to see what you needed to see to heal what needed to be healed from the past. So now you're able to see your real reflection in the mirror, not a projection of what somebody or who someone thinks you are. You're able to see your own reflection and appreciate it, accept it, and love it. Okay? This is about self-love and care as well. Every person you interact with is viewed through your perception. They then reflect what you perceive. Therefore, are reflected unto you. You're seeing your reflection through others by seeing a part of yourself. Peace. It is imperative for your healing and soul growth to ask for forgiveness or offer forgiveness. Life is too precious to hold grudges or to feel you need to punish yourself. An opportunity is being created to move forward to set you free. So you don't have to punish yourself for mishaps of the past. You could just choose peace. It's about a choice. It's about the choice of choosing peace. The choice of choosing? Y'all know what I mean. All right. And magic wand, manifest. You have the power to turn ordinary into extraordinary. Bring into focus what you want. Then the universe reflects the same vibration. Exactly. Now let divine timing do the rest. Call on your inner Merlin to access what is available now and from other dimensions and timelines. I heard that you have different spirit guides that are coming to you right now from different timelines, and they're helping you with this stage because the spirit guides that you had before, you've graduated from them, so you have different teachers now. That's what Spirit just said with that Manifest Magic Wand card. And it was talking about timelines. Yeah. So being that you graduated from the past situation that you were like locked up in and you were able to be released from that imprisonment, whether it was actual imprisonment physically or if it was mental imprisonment, you were released from it. And so now you have a new set of leaders, like spiritual teachers, okay, that are helping you. So regardless of if you know that they're there or not, in certain phases of our life, there's certain spirit guides that are called upon to be there for you to help you along the way so that you could see things differently from how you've seen them before. And they drop those little dimes on you so that the key is for you to recognize that they're there, or at least recognize the signs, the synchronicities. Like they want to highlight the synchronicities to you so that you can learn from them. Okay, and they could guide you. So it's all about the guidance and support. Okay, so you do have spiritual support that has been with you and has always been with you. It's just that sometimes you didn't feel that because you had some really difficult tests. You've had some very difficult spiritual tests to the point where you felt like you were by yourself, but you were never by yourself. Okay, it was all a lesson. It was all you needed was to be taught. And once you learned the lesson, you moved on to the next phase. Every time you move on to the next phase, you have a different set of teachers that help you, okay? So remember, you're not alone, even when you think you're alone. We do have spirit family, and we are spirit too. We are physical, but we are also spirit. There's a part of me you can see and a part of me you can't see. Just like there's a part of you could see with your eyes, and there's a part of you can't see but you can feel, right? So that part of me that you feel when you listen to me, that's my spirit. That part of you that you feel when you listen to yourself or someone else, that's their spirit, and that's your spirit. Okay, so look at it from that perspective so you can decipher what is spirit and what is physical. Okay, all right, my loves, I hope that helped you, my honey roses. And always remember that God is in you and the magic is too, because you are magic. If you would like to book with me, you can just check the description box below. I will see you in the next one. Bye.